Greetings, Guardians. Welcome to the Destiny Tracker Podcast. You guys are listening to episode 30. We finally made it to episode 30. Wow, I can't believe I've been doing this for 30 weeks. J-Ram, what are you showing us?
Oh, dude, it's just my pin. It says, not gonna lie, I was magnificent.
I like that pen. I like that pen.
Oh, but hold on, Jay. Here's another one that says, I guess you had to be there.
Can I get that pen? Where did you even get that from? Like,
I got Inside Connections.
Inside Connections? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Alright. So, joining me this week are my wonderful co-hosts. First up, we have J-Ram.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Welcome. And Dan. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Welcome. So, Plasmic and Pupin will not be joining us tonight, but hopefully they will be back next week. So, our guest this week is DaddyPhatSnaps. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming.
No worries, man. It was, I mean, obviously, Destiny Tracker is kind of synonymous with Destiny now, so I feel like the honor to be here, so thank you for having me.
Thank you, and I really like your suit, man.
Oh, you know, I had to do my pit bull look, you know, for my job.
Yeah. Best dressed guest ever.
I know, he's so fancy today. Like, look at us.
Hands down.
Hands down, yeah. Congratulations. Alright, guys, so we have a lot to talk about tonight. Surprisingly, we have Destiny 2 news, guys. Finally.
Yeah!
So, but before we dive into that, we do have a few announcements to make. So, you guys can find us on iTunes, Podbean, and the Google Play Store at Destiny Tracker Podcast. We do record this show every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern live on twitch.tv/DestinyTrack. If you guys would like to support the show, you guys can leave a review on iTunes and subscribe, and then follow us on Podbean. Your feedback is super, super important. Make sure you guys check out the other podcasts here at DTR. We have TheRNGCast, Massive Breakdown, The Lorecast, Down and Under, and Rabbit Hole. You can find all of these podcasts on iTunes and Podbean. So Dan, I'm going to throw the mic over to you. Can you tell us a little bit about Level Up Foods?
Why, certainly! Ever find yourself in the moth yard when your stomach starts to grumble? Or out in the Valley of the Kings when you need the pep of an energy drink? Well, look no further. Our friends at Level Up Foods have the snacks you need to keep your Guardians fighting fit and energized. Level Up Foods have a wide variety of options like Guru energy drinks, Country Archer original beef jerky, which is awesome, Kind bars. The selection is enormous. You can even subscribe to a box service to have some of these products brought to your door each month. Don't store this deal in your vault. You can order a box today and use our promo code IT'sLIT17 for 10% off your next order. That's IT'sLIT17 to receive 10% off of some of these delicious snacks. We'd like to thank our friends at Level Up Foods for their support, and we'll see you out on patrol.
Nice, Dan. We're getting better at this every week, right?
Yeah, man.
Like to
I mean, that sounded like a great pitch to me. I'm down.
Could I sell you even further if I could tell you that they have a mix and match box now?
Oh, shit. You got me.
So, DaddyPhatSnaps, we're going to start off with you first. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do here in the community?
Oh, dude, man, I started obviously actually making guides, and that's a funny thing. Most people don't realize that I started doing guides and got in with a few of the Crucible Radio guys, and that's what they actually showcased me for. They had a Crucible playbook thing, and then kind of transitioned into the raps eventually after that, and I've really been doing it ever since. Obviously, I've kind of moved on to some other games and some other themes or movies or whatever, but for the most part, obviously, Destiny is home.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I can rap is a burrito.
Hey, that's important though. That's very important.
I tried to rap once and it was just awful.
I mean, but here's the thing though, is if you go back, and I'm gonna give you a little known fact that if you go back to my chaperone, that shit was horrible. That video is terrible. I swear, after this podcast is done, go check it out. So if I could go from that to, you know, where I am now, anybody could do it. Trust me.
Nice. So Dan, you first, man. Any questions you have tonight?
Oh man, I've got a lot.
Take it
away. First of all, I love your battle rap videos, like between the different weapons. How do you decide your style for each weapon?
Dude, it's like it's almost like writing an essay. So like my process is it's kind of a little complicated, but it helps it flow later on. So I've kind of gotten this down to a science a little bit. So I'll actually write down, say, like the last word, right? And I'll write down characteristics of it: fast firing, draw from the hip, just little snippets here and there. And then I'll put them both next to each other. So like for the last word, first curse, obviously first curse is very deliberate. It's hard hitting, but it's all about pacing your shots and taking your time. So the flow changed. So while the last word was super, super fast and it's pretty much double time, the first curse, if you listen to them, it just takes its time. It's really slow. It's methodical. So I'll come up with that process first, and it's kind of how I want to handle it. And then I'll get into the writing process. I'll find a beat that I like or something that, gets me hype, because I feel like if I'm not hyped, then the people that are watching it aren't. And then I just sit down and write. I put it on loop and just have it go over and over and over again. And it's pretty much my problem. I'll just sit down and I won't get up until it's done,
Who does your beats? Do you do your own beats, or do you work with other people for the majority of them?
It's a little bit of a mix, but to be honest with you, it helps. The reason I'm able to put out content so quickly, which I think this week I put out 4 songs. The reason I'm able to do that is because I look to better producers than me. I look for something that catches my eye, and that's probably part of the longest process, because for the most part, I'll sit down and write and I'll be done in about an hour and a half. It just, once I get that right song flowing through me, it just kind of goes, The rhymes just kind of pour out of my head.
Last one, I promise, and then we can move on.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm ready. That's what I'm here for. Yeah,
man. The Blessius video, man. What was the idea behind that?
So actually, me and Blessius have been talking back and forth for a little while before, and I was in one of his streams, and he had, I swear, it was like one of the most entertaining streams I had ever seen. It was just like he kept what was it? It was like he was going to 400 runs in Archon's Forge, and he hadn't gotten a God roll Saladin's Vigil yet. So he was doing it over and over, and every single time he was, this is the last time, this is the last time, this is the last time. And this went on like, I kid you not, like 25, 26 times. And the chat is freaking out. They're laughing. They're saying that, he's hooked, he's an addict, all this stuff. And that's kind of where it came from, was I was watching and I watched how much it connected with his audience. I'm like, I bet you they would like love something like this. They would love if we actually put this into motion and made a song about it, or like a storyline, so to speak. So I got with him and I'm like, dude, if you can just film your sections of it and make it look like it's, you as a part of it, I'll handle the rest. So yeah, he was completely down for it. He loved it.
That's awesome. That was beautiful. Yeah, man. I've been listening to you all day. I'm just getting hyped to talk to you and to talk, like, not only about your work but also Destiny 2. So thank you so much, man. You got me through. Me through a long day.
I got to do some more Destiny 2 projects. So I did the one with the Way I Am beat, because because we obviously don't know too much about it. Obviously, we've seen some gameplay, and there's a lot of speculation kind of floating around out there. But and that's why I think I'm holding off a little bit until I get a little bit more information, because I want it to actually mean something when it comes out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm looking forward to doing more for Destiny 2.
Awesome.
Nice questions, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, J-Ram, you're up, man.
Yeah. I have 3 questions also. Question number 1: how did you get involved in Destiny?
Ooh, what's funny is I actually hated Destiny when I started. I hated. I was terrible at the game. I couldn't play, but it was my clanmates, because we used to play Titanfall when Titanfall came out. And everybody in my clan, like, obviously started kind of navigating over there, and I'm like, man, this game sucks. Time to kill is slow. It's weird jumps. It's not fast pace. You know what I mean? And slowly but surely, it kind of grew on me. I think, to be honest with you, it grew on me when I got good at it. I was like, oh, this ain't so bad. When I started slaying, but yeah, it's really it, man. It was just my buddies just kind of egging me on. Everybody was playing that, so I transitioned over Destiny. And like I said, I think in Destiny I have like a 2.2, 2.3 KD. So it's
Nice.
like it just kind of fits with me. It's just it makes sense. After a while. So I love it, man. It's a good game. Titan all day.
Okay. Now, question 2. When you feel like you've played too much Destiny, in other words, you get like that Destiny burnout. How do you go about refueling, or do you do anything differently? Do you play other games? If so, what are they? Because I know a lot of us from time to time, we've experienced that Destiny burnout. So how do you cope with that?
So typically, if I get that kind of burnout, a lot of times I'll go to writing or do, music or something like that. That's kind of my outlet. But in the game, to be honest with you, something that I do, and I think it's really, really beneficial as far as even just warming up. But if I feel like my aim is off, I'll go to, I'll go to a, what do you call it? Why can't I think of the word? I go to like the Plague Lands or somewhere, or Venus, like where we're just doing patrols, and I'll literally try to make myself like John Wick, where I'm like doing these crazy shots and turning around shooting, just making sure that my aim feels tight and that it's right, and it helps, especially like when you're getting into the games, the beginning of to kind of start out the night, and if you feel like your aim's a little off, it helps kind of recenter you, and then I'll go back into PvP, so it helps a lot actually.
And last question, this is a cheapie. Can you tell us your favorite experience that you had within Destiny?
A favorite experience in Destiny.
He's thinking. Look at that. That's the
There's just so
thinking
many
face.
because I got a lot of good. I have really good clanmates, so there's a lot to kind of choose from. But I would have to say, going in blind for Crota. I think that was fun with my clanmates when we did that for the first time, because we had never gone, like the first time when Atheana came out, we were all watching the guides and looking for everything and trying to figure out how to do it as quick as possible. But when Crota came in, we decided we weren't going to look at anything. We were just going to try to figure it out. So that was probably the most fun I've had. Took forever, but yeah, we did.
Yeah, and for those for those watching in chat and for listening on whatever streaming device or medium that you like, DaddyPhatSnaps 100% correct. Do not look at the tutorials or anything until you tried it first. Go in blind. All right. And that's coming. And I love making tutorials. And DaddyPhatSnaps, you used to make the tutorials, like you said.
Yeah, the guy.
And we love for you guys to watch our videos and comment. The only, just make sure that you guys tried blind first, because it is the best content that Destiny has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, the raids. I cannot wait for the next raid.
Oh.
It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait to figure out more about Gary so I can do a rap about that.
Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. But I do have some concerns, but we'll get to that. So, awesome interview. Any more questions, guys? No? All right. So
Nope, I'm good.
before we dive into Destiny 2, I would like to talk about Trials of Osiris last weekend, because the stats were a bit crazy, like the numbers this week. So we are going to play our game. So we play a game here on the show where we guess how many kills a certain weapon received last weekend in Trials of Osiris. So this is kind of like The Price is Right. Have you seen that, DaddyPhatSnaps?
I have. Yes, I have.
Okay, yeah. So the lowest number...
I think you're going to be hard-pressed to find anybody who hasn't seen
Yeah.
The Price is Right.
He asks every single week.
You have... I have
You
to
ever heard
make
of it
sure.
before?
You know what? I quit.
I got
It's
the
either
theme
that
song.
question or like what's Lysander, things along those lines.
Drank. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. I lost my train. Oh yeah. So the lowest number you could bid is 1. The highest number you could bid is 10 million. I guess. Yeah. I always say that. Yeah. I think I forgot something. Did I? No. Okay. So J-Ram, you are first, my man.
Oh,
To show DaddyPhatSnaps how we do this.
yeah. We're going off number of kills, right?
Yes. Oh, we're guessing Icebreaker because that number's crazy.
Icebreaker, because that's number one gun again.
Yeah.
Figures. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with 2.5 million.
2.5 million. All right. DaddyPhatSnaps.
Since you started with 2, I'll go with strong. 2.7.
Ooh, good guess.
All right, and Dan.
I'm gonna pull a Ben Malone, 2.71.
Oh, what?
Wait, he did that to you last week, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I learned it from him.
That was a crazy show last week. Alright, guys, so Icebreaker received 3.8 million kills last weekend.
Oh,
Hey! It's a dirty trick, but it works.
It works. It works. So the usage percentage was 20%. So that's why I was like, we have to talk about this week. So 3.8 million kills. Icebreaker was the #1 most used weapon. And of course, yes, it was a sniper map, so we can expect that. But dang, that is crazy.
That's quite a despair.
Yeah. We read these stats every week, and the number changes a lot, but this week, yeah, it's pretty insane. So the top 10 weapons were Icebreaker, the Palindrome, the Wormwood, Ias Luna, Mida, No Land Beyond, Matador 64, Iron Wreath, Hawksaw, and Blind Perdition. Those were the top 10. Wow.
Blind Perdition, really? Huh.
Yes. Yeah, it's actually a pretty solid gun. I actually like that.
I don't like it though. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't gel with it very well. And I like pulses, so I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's the sight or something. I don't know. It's weird.
It's all right. All right, guys. So, any questions about that? Or are you guys ready to talk about the hot stuff?
Let's do it.
All right, guys.
Let's talk about the hotness.
All right, so let's talk about the hotness, guys. Destiny 2. We finally seen what the game looks like, and I don't even know where to start tonight. I don't even know where we should start talking about it. It's just so much to take in. But actually, I do know where to start. Let's talk about the first impressions. During the keynote, we're watching it. Luke Smith is on stage. What are the thoughts going in your mind? Okay, before the keynote start, like, what are your thoughts? DaddyPhatSnaps, let's start off with you, man.
Me, I was just concerned. That was, I mean, that's the easiest way to kind of put it, because, you know, obviously I know everybody put so much into it. They need to have these changes. They got to have 60 frames a second. It's got to be, like, in order to even be adequate, it's got to be, not peer-to-peer connections. Like, I start thinking about all that stuff, that those flashbacks that you have from the original Destiny, and you hope that they actually improve on it. But I think that's what it was for me. I was just concerned and then just wondering what they're going to do. I mean, obviously everybody's excited about the possibilities, but seeing how they're actually going to execute it. And I was actually surprised how they implement it. I mean, it doesn't look too much different, and it looks familiar enough that it could, I mean, really it could be an expansion. But at the same time, it was fresh and new. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different aspects. The HUDs are different. You know, it just had a different feel to it. So I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it.
All right, J-Ram.
All right, so I'll walk you through what happened with me yesterday. It was about 11:48, 11:49, something like that. And I'm like, oh shit. I remember them tweeting out that they're gonna have some interviews and everything. And so I want to watch that. So I hurried up, went to the kitchen, made some awesome nachos with, you know, meat, refried beans.
In the morning?
So, yeah, it's 11:30. It's lunchtime for us working folk. Anyways, whatever. So I'm all pumped up. I sit down. I'm watching a couple of the interviews. What's his name? More Console. Did they spray paint those pants on him? My God, they were so tight. Anybody else notice that? I mean, he was like a shirt, shoes, and black latex pants.
I actually liked his outfit. I really liked his outfit, but
there's no way, J-Ram. I couldn't even get that around my calf. His pants. Anyways, so
you're a different size than he is.
Well, I'm much bigger than he is, yeah. But anyways, so here we go. All of a sudden, they go back to the countdown, and my God, was that music epic.
Oh, yeah.
The countdown music was so good. And I'm getting pumped. Heart's starting to flutter a little bit. Nachos are going down. I got a nice big Dr. Pepper next to me. I mean, I'm loving it. Luke Smith comes out. He's talking. He's doing everything. He's saying all the right things. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is amazing. And then I watch it. I'm like, oddly enough, this looks familiar. And that was my initial impression. I don't want to give too much away.
All right. Dan?
Well, I was letting Jenny's dog out at noon, so I was like, my first thing was, this dog has got to take a crap before I leave and go back to work. But when I got there, Luke Smith had just started talking. I was listening to it at work through the Twitch app, and like all of his talking points, he's a funny dude. That giant too, because I watched it later. The Zavala cinematic got me hyped as all hell because it looked beautiful. The only thing in my head though, I kept laughing because every time he got rezzed, I heard a "ah" in the background, just in the back of my head. He, like, Luke Smith came on and was really funny and charming, and kind of hit me in all the right spots for what I wanted to hear about Destiny 2. And the mission was awesome. I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
Nice. So I was excited and concerned also. I guess I can say I was excited because I'm receiving all these pictures from people saying I'm at the event. Like, they were literally DMing me pictures. And then Zorth, our site owner, he was there saying people were asking about me. And then Amin, he's Killer B61, was sending me pictures. He took a picture with Luke Smith. I'm like, thanks for rubbing in my face. Like, but I was excited. Now, after the presentation, I did have some questions. So I think we should dive into that now. After watching the presentation into the after, I was like, wow, this game looks awesome. It looks like D1. It looks like what we have now. But
oh boy, technical difficulties.
It looks like what we have now, but some changes, but not a lot of changes. Like, I'm going to keep it real, I guess I can say. It looks like an improvement, but it doesn't look like a true sequel. Now,
it looks very polished.
It does. It does. But it doesn't look like a sequel on consoles. I guess I can say that. Like, it feels like an expansion, but not a true Destiny 2 sequel. I know I'm gonna get hate for that, but I have to keep it serious. Looks like more of a Destiny 1.5. So that's my thoughts on this. J-Ram, pass it over to you.
No, I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said. It's that's why I said, you know, when I ended my statement with it, oddly, this looks familiar. Dan, you're right. That initial scene is amazing. Or not the initial scene, the initial mission. It looks so good. It really set the tone. You're fighting for your life. I mean, everything. Your heart's racing. Everything's great. But like you said, Jay, it looks the exact same. I don't want to get into the 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second argument yet, but the game, as far as graphic fidelity, it looks very polished, very clean. Man, the Cabal looked amazing, and the explosions and those big, whatever those bombs were coming down, that were taking out the Vanguard downstairs, how it landed and went down the steps. Just fantastic. Everything looked great, but it didn't look like anything new. And for me, I was expecting something new, and I didn't get that.
All right, Dan.
I think it looked great. Coming back from it, part of it needed to feel like home, like, because Destiny has to have this certain kind of feel. The guns have to feel a certain way in order to be satisfying to anybody who's playing it. And has played it in the past, you're going to get the feeling that it's familiar because you've seen these places before. But we're going to be going to these other far-flung planets in our solar system. Depending on how many missions and how much game time it's actually going to take us to get to the level cap and the end game, will really determine whether it feels like a full-on sequel to me. If it's like vanilla Destiny amount of levels, which it doesn't sound like it is, then
But it looks like it is. You got how many planets? How many new planets?
you got 4, but they're open world and all sorts of NPCs and stuff.
Right, but how many planets do we have in Destiny 1?
Yeah.
Same thing. Oddly familiar.
They said in the campaign, though, like in the campaign vidoc that they put out, that there would be like more story missions, more cinematics than we've ever seen. The side quest feature on the open world looks amazing.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
That reminds me of like Horizon Zero Dawn. Seriously, just from looking at the map and seeing all the little icons on there. I don't know. I feel I'll have to have it in my hands before I decide whether or not I feel it's a full sequel or just another expansion. I have a feeling it'll feel like a full sequel, though.
All right. DaddyPhatSnaps?
I mean, I think what I was looking for Destiny 2 was something a little bit different than what most were. I'm not really looking for a brand new experience. I'm not looking for something that's just crazy. I almost am looking for the promise that Destiny 1 was, right? And I think that's why all of us have stood around. It's like, it's that girl the girlfriend that you keep around because she has so much promise. You know what I mean? She's not quite there yet, but you're like, man, she could be something nice. You know what I'm saying? Not you. So my girlfriend's giving me a look right now. But it's like, it's that same idea, right? Is where there's so much there, there's so much groundwork. It's like Halo and Halo 2. There's all that groundwork, there's all that foundation there, but something just wasn't quite there. And then with Halo 2, they knocked it out of the park. Now, were the mechanics or anything else drastically different? I mean, you could look at it and say, no, it's a pretty similar game. But they ended up hitting on those points that they missed the first time out. And they ended up making good on those promises that they made with the first one. That's what I'm looking for. I just want them to nail the promises that they made and give us that that experience, that feeling like, and not only combine all the great elements that it has, but give us kind of like that Mass Effect feel where it's like this whole other world that you can kind of get wrapped into. You know, that's what I'm waiting for. So looking at it again, it's not really too different. I'm not really seeing, if you didn't know any better, you would think it was just Destiny. Like somebody hadn't played Destiny in a while, you'd be like, oh, it's a nice upgrade or a nice update. Mm-hmm. But then again, on the back end of that, the cinematics, the story, the lore, like all that stuff, that's what I'm excited about for Destiny 2. I think that's where they really kind of make that promise and make good on that sequel.
The in-game lore.
Yeah. One thing we have to remember is that prior to Destiny 1, they cut out a lot of stuff. Yeah. For example, one of them is the European Dead Zone, which I can't say his name in chat. Maybe you can help me out, Dan, because you commented on it. Abri, Hens.
Oh, it's Z. It's Z. It's Alicia's friend Z. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Alicia's friend. European Dead Zone is supposed to be the biggest area ever, isn't it? Yes, it is. And that was cut out of Destiny 1. Now, I can, if you want, I can send you the link to the Jason Schreier article that actually says this was in Destiny 1, and they cut it out.
That was in Destiny 1, yeah.
That's another thing I'm thinking of, which is like, odd, it's familiar because maybe this part of the game was initially supposed to be in D1, and maybe they cut it out for whatever reason they wanted to, and that's fine by me. But like I said, I think with this D2, when I was looking at it, and I was hoping for almost new everything, because they told us this is a fresh start. It's a not a restart, a fresh start. See, a restart's different. A restart means you're starting from scratch of what you've already had. A fresh start means you've taken everything on the table, you've pushed it off, and you've created something new. Okay? That's not what this is. This is not a fresh start. It's a restart. Like I said, and I know I'm going to sound salty. I am loving what I watched. Everything, the quest and all that stuff, the polished look. I really wanted 60 frames per second. I'm okay with 30 as long as the 30 doesn't get bogged down like in the middle of the Siege engine, where, you know, your frame rate just dropped dramatically, you know? I'm okay with all that stuff. But, you know, I was expecting a lot more, and I didn't get that. And that's okay, because I'm still very excited for this. I cannot wait to play it. The question becomes, where do I play it? Do I play it on PlayStation 4, or do I play it on PC now? And that's a big decision for me, because if I'm going to invest my money into this game, I want the best experience possible. So
yeah, I think the biggest thing, I'm sorry, that's the one thing, because I don't really care about graphical fidelity. I mean, there's a lot of amazing games that don't look like crap. But for me, I was really sitting on that 60 frames a second, because you play games like Overwatch, right?
Oh, I agree 100%.
Like the difference in, like, it's almost jarring when I play like an hour of Overwatch and then I go to play like Destiny. Like the difference is almost like, it's like, man, like you can feel it. You feel sluggish, you know?
It's visibly noticeable.
Yeah. So I think I was kind of looking for that. I don't know if they'll do it on the PS4 Pro or something like that, if it'll be 60 frames a second. Not sure how they're going to handle that.
Well, no, they there's a quote from, I think it was either
Luke Smith.
Luke Smith. He came out flat, said it is locked 30 frames per second regardless of resolution. So it doesn't matter Scorpio or PS4 Pro, 30 frames per second.
He said in an interview with the Fireteam chat on IGN that
there it is.
Hands down, the it just couldn't. The PS4 Pro couldn't handle it at 60 FPS.
Yeah,
which makes me hope that they've crammed the shit out of it. Like they've just crammed so much into it that it just couldn't possibly.
Well, there are a lot of new things, little things that I picked up on, like when you watch a grenade explode. There's a lot of particle effects and everything.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
you know, and it's little things like that that can completely change the way the game feels. If you haven't watched any gameplay from any YouTuber out there, make sure you guys watch it, but put headphones or a headset on. It is unbelievable to hear the new sounds. I mean, the guns sound amazing. The grenades actually sound like they're sucking the oxygen out of the air and then exploding. I mean, you can hear it, and it's bassy, and it feels and sounds so good. So make sure you do yourself that favor and listen to it.
Oh yeah. So we can start diving into this, talking about the keynote. The sources, if you guys are listening live, you guys can use the command sources in chat to see where I'm pulling all my info from. Sorry. So we know that the Cabal are attacking the last city. So we know that. We see that the first trailer, I guess it was the first story mission, and you see the Cabal, all the ships out into the sky. That's where, what's that part of the tower called? All the way in the back? Yes, it's the Vanguard Hall, but that whole section,
I don't know.
You don't know. All right, yeah. So the Cabal are back there. They're coming in. They're blowing up everything. We got to see Zavala. He's a Defender Titan. Take that, everyone who thought he was a striker. Yeah, take that.
Well, he was at first.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Never mind. Do not take that.
He changed. Yeah, dude. He went into a subclass menu, which is the exact same from the previous game.
I retract that P. Diddy remark. Take that. Take that.
In the first mission, Homecoming, I really like that a lot, because we were able to fight alongside the NPCs. We saw Zavala. He used his defender bubble around us, and it even dropped orbs of light. Like, that's, I guess I can say, realistic. I like that. That was pretty cool. And then we got to see Ikora. She was using a Nova bomb on the Cabal, which was pretty cool. And then on the ship, and we saw the sweeper bot. I felt sad. Did you feel sad at that part? I felt pretty sad. Like, I was like, oh.
It's a good visual gag.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I will be dancing with that sweeper bot when the game comes out.
You listen to the song, right?
Yeah, dude.
Know what's gonna happen if you don't.
Oh my god.
So yeah, going back to the Reddit post, all Crucible game types are going down to 4v4. We're going old school again. So how do you guys feel about that? All Crucible game mode 4v4. Dan,
I love it.
With you. All right.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Oh no, DaddyPhatSnaps, go man.
Oh no, I'm saying I love it. To be honest with you, I think it's just such a real. I mean, and it's been the tried and true method. You look at all the sweats now, how they went to 4v4, and it's one of those things where you're isolated enough where you can make plays, but you can't you can't push out too much and get crazy with it, right? There's not 6 roaming supers around the map. So you can't take over that way, like where it's still under control and you still have to have a strategy to kind of push through. 3 versus 3 can be a little isolated at times. I think it's just that, I think it's that strikes that nice balance of not becoming overpowering with supers and still having to make you have a strategy without being too spread out. I like it.
Mm-hmm. All right, nice. Dan.
I think it'll be a lot easier to balance. I personally like it. The fact that there's going to be fewer people to ping off of makes a lot of sense. I'm fine with that change. And yeah, basically, that's it. You know me. I'm not a huge PvP dude.
But I hope in D2 you will dive into the PvP scene.
I'm gonna be the top of the trials in Destiny 2. Top of trials.
Nice. So trials will be 4v4. Did you guys see that leak post the day before or hours before the live stream saying that Trials of Osiris has been turned into Trials of the Nine? It was had all these different leaked things, and everything in it so far has been true, except for the cross save, of course, and Trials of 9. Yeah, they haven't announced that yet, but moving right along. Supers, guys, they're bringing back some old supers. They're bringing back Striker, Nova Bomb, Golden Gun. Is Stormcaller coming back? I don't remember. Yeah, right.
It looks like it.
Yeah. I believe Stormcaller is coming back, and Hammers of Soul. The only supers that they replaced were the Titan Bubble. That is now a Captain America shield, which looks awesome, but I still do not like Titans. I'm sorry. The Warlock now has a flaming sword. It's called the Dawn Blade. That looks awesome. And then bye Blade Dancer. You now have a spear, which is kind of still like a Blade Dance, but not really. But I still think that's pretty cool. So, what are your thoughts on the subclasses, Dan? Let's start off with you, man.
The Titan one looks cool. The Warlock one was the one that blew me away the most, but we didn't get very much time with the Hunter one, which will be the one that I made during the campaign. Just because that one looks like you're this crazy kung fu master, and you're just flipping around, knocking off. It's gonna be awesome. I'm very excited. Okay, it's a staff, not a spear. Thank you, Trigger Blade. Yeah, it's I'm really excited about it. Someone else noticed in Professor Broman's chat yesterday. That's where I went after the reveal. That it seems like they're all roaming supers now, not really anything that you can just sit back on, which is interesting to me. But yeah, I'm stoked.
So how do you feel about strikers? You're not able to roam with your striker super. You're able to smash, run, and then like it goes out.
I'm gonna be very afraid of it when it comes to attack me in the Crucible.
Okay, Dan. DaddyPhatSnaps, you man.
And I do apologize, guys. Yeah, I do have something to attend to, but
okay.
I will. No, I'm gonna answer this question though.
Okay.
Because I love strikers and I need to speak about it. So, I feel great, dude. I love it. See, now I'll be honest with you though. I'm concerned if they touch my skating, then that's going to be a problem.
I can't confirm.
I have. You said you can confirm? Well,
yes, they have tuned it down. They have tuned it down. Sorry, man.
No more Titan skating.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh.
Sorry, Mr. Snaps.
I'm sorry.
Please don't smash me.
I'm sorry.
So no more seal action?
No.
No more flying like an eagle? None of that?
No, sorry.
I don't even know why I play this game anymore. Never mind, I'm done. Well, man, all right. Well, yeah, no, at least, well, okay. See, I guess that's going to be my trade-off then, that roaming super. They're trying to appease us somehow, so I'm back with you, Bungie. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm back.
All right, man.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I'm sorry.
On,
it's
man.
just
it's fine.
And my job is crazy. So but again, like I said, thank you so much. I know you guys are synonymous with Destiny. And of course, anything I can do to help you guys out and your audience, please let me know, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, Daddy.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome to have you, man.
Yeah.
Right, sir. All right, guys. Have a good night.
You too, man.
Enjoy your dinner.
Yes. All right. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Yeah,
Make sure you guys follow him on Twitter at DaddyPhatSnaps. He's an awesome guy and an awesome content creator. So, back to the supers. Gunslinger. They have changed Gunslinger. I've seen some people were saying that Gunslinger is now up to 6 shots. I didn't see any gameplay of that yet. Do you guys know if you guys can confirm that? Has anyone seen any gameplay on that yet?
It looks like 6 shots.
It is 6 shots.
I heard you could keep shooting as long as your super bar is available. Now, if that's 6 shots, because every time you shoot it, you lose a portion of the super.
Mm-hmm.
So if six shots is the max, that's going to be devastating as well. It seems like these supers are going to be really devastating because they're all extremely offensive now.
Yeah, from what I've seen on Twitter, confirmed by multiple sources, it's like 6 shots. There's basically they get a shade step.
Yeah,
so like where it can either like reload the weapon as you roll, which is what I will be using, or a little bit of grenade energy as you roll as well. That and I think changes the game a little bit. I feel like they took the ones that they had the most problems with and decided to start from scratch on them. Like the Blade Dancer, they tuned that all to shit. Like self-res, I don't know. I feel like that's the reason why we have those new subclasses, and we might not see those other ones in Destiny 2.
But was there really an issue with the Titan bubble? Was there really an issue?
Yeah, man. People hated seeing them on a map. Just hated seeing them on a map.
Okay.
That's called sarcasm, Jay.
I don't know, because in trials, if you go up against a team with 3 defenders, that's pretty terrifying with suppressor nades. That's
is it
not when they're dancing like this in there though?
Yeah, is it terrifying, or is it more of like a nuisance? Like shit, now I gotta wait.
Yeah, because if you shoot the bubble, sometimes it like spawns orbs if you have that perk on.
Let me ask you this question: when you hear or see the bubble go, do you turn around and run away like you do when you hear the Titan hammer go?
No, I wait there, aim down sight. So, yeah. Waiting for one to pop out. Yeah. Okay, but you got me there, Dan. I thought you were being serious. Sarcasm. But it is a Captain America shield. Now, I cannot wait to get that in my hand and just throw it, but I still do not like Titans. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a hunter for life. But how do you guys feel about that new shield?
I wonder, is it do you control where it goes, or is it more like you just throw it and if there's enemies close enough to it, it automatically ricochets off of one and goes to the other?
That would be my guess.
I think it's cool, and I think it gives another offensive super for a Titan. But other than that, I got to get my hands on that one. Is it like is it similar to the golden gun where you get like you can throw it 6 times, or can you just mash it and keep throwing it? Does it come back to you, or does it just like disappear?
I think it comes back to you from what I've seen.
I think it comes back to you from the gameplay I've seen.
That is
awesome. Someone confirm.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I cannot wait to see what people are going to be using in PvE now, since there's no weapons of light. I'm really.
Well, we don't know if
That's
there's
true.
no bubble. We don't know that.
Well, they took out. There's no bubble though.
In this build, that is also in this build. We don't know what's going to be in the final game.
That's true. Awesome.
Yeah.
Rip. Yeah. And finally, did we touch up on the Warlock Super yet? No, right?
Nah,
That super looks badass.
yeah, death from above.
That's another one where you gotta watch somebody pop the
Mhm.
super. Make sure you have headphones or a headset on
Yeah.
and listen to it. It
Oh, yeah.
sounds unbelievable.
I just want to say, I told you guys that leaked concept art that we saw months ago, those were going to be new supers. No one believed me. Well, some people believed me, some didn't, but I told you so. Just had to say that. Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
told-
sorry I didn't believe you.
It's
Okay.
Jay,
It's okay.
Dan, I told you guys months ago or weeks ago, I'm gonna believe everything I see until I'm proven wrong otherwise. Because everything that leaks, it's right. Everything that leaks is right.
I want to say. Well,
Name something
yeah,
that leaked that hasn't been true.
well, okay. You can't be.
Can't confirm the cross save, but you can't deny it either.
You can't deny the cross save.
You can't confirm it, but you cannot deny it.
I'm gonna pick my battles. This is one battle I choose not to fight.
But I'm just saying, look at everything that's leaked, and it's like, holy shit, they've been right every single time. I remember, you know, a long time ago. This is like, you know, Crota and what was the second expansion? House of Wolves. And I'm going to refer back to Jason Schreier. He's writing these articles, and every podcast was shooting him down. Oh, you know, Kotaku's not a reputable source, and he's been right 100% of the time.
He's a great
So
guy.
when
I cannot wait to have him on the show. Sorry.
No, I can't wait to meet him. I'm really
so
excited. You know,
So
but
fun.
Wait, he's gonna be here?
I'm gonna believe it until I'm proven otherwise. That's it.
Oh yeah. So let's move into the weapons. So now they got rid of your special slot, guys. Now you have 2 primaries and a heavy, but it's called kinetic, energy, and power. So you have 2 primaries. From what I was told, Zorth told me that you could have 2 hand cannons now. I did not see that anywhere, but he told me that he was running around with 2 hand cannons.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so yeah, he was one of those guys. I know they move sidearms until the first slot, right? Or was that in like the leak build?
No,
I
I think
haven't seen
sidearms
too
go in the
much
second
leak.
slot. All of your weapons in the first slot can also appear in the second slot. They'll just have an
Okay.
elemental
Alright,
damage.
so that's how it is. Did you guys see the minigun? Oh, I can't wait to get my hands on that.
Yeah, dude.
That looked awesome.
Looks cool.
that
The
was pretty cool
SMG,
too.
man. The
It
SMG,
shreds.
though.
It shreds up close like an SMG. It works like an SMG.
To me, this seems like the same cracker, just a little bit different taste. I mean, think about it, Jay. It's
thinking.
kinetic. No, seriously, it's kinetic, energy, and then power. Before they brought back the raids for the elemental primaries, what did we have? Kinetic, energy, because all of your special weapons had an elemental burn, and then you had a heavy weapon. It's the same thing. There's nothing different here. The only thing that's different, you can run 2 hand cannons, or you can run you can run an auto rifle and a scout rifle. I mean, there's your different taste. It's the same cracker though. So that was one of the things that I was disappointed with. I wanted to see a new user interface. I wanted to see a different way that it's laid out, and it is the exact same carbon copy. All they did, they called it a new name.
But they did move snipers and shotguns and fusions to the power slot.
Yes.
Okay, but still, that doesn't matter. That is a minute detail.
That's going to be a huge change.
It is.
I don't think
it is. And
I don't
power
think
ammo only drops for you. I read that in the article. It only drops for you. It doesn't drop for everyone on your team.
Yeah, that's a huge change.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Halo. Didn't Halo do that where a sniper rifle would just spawn somewhere and you had to go get it?
Yeah. And also with the more into PvP changes, you get this thing called revive tokens. Have you guys heard about that yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where you can only revive a certain amount of people. I haven't read too much into that, so do you guys know more details into that?
That's in that challenge mode, right? Or the
Yeah, that sounds like an elimination
PvP.
thing.
No, Giz.
I don't see them.
saying-
I don't see them using that for Clash.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no.
That's what I meant. It's like an elimination
Yeah.
type game mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was in Countdown was the game mode, which that game
Okay.
mode
Right.
looks sweet. That game mode looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait to get my hands
It's the
on
same
that.
game mode as any other game.
Well, it
Search
seems
and
more
destroy.
like, yeah, it's like search and destroy
Same thing.
now, which I've been wanting that for so long.
Yeah.
I come from COD. So how do you guys feel about the grenade launcher?
It looks like a video game grenade launcher.
Yep.
It looks
I
awesome.
tried.
It looks awesome. I'll have
tried.
fun using it.
It's gonna be a noob tube for a long time. You're gonna hear people bitching about it. Is it a one-hit kill? Do we know that?
I don't know. I can't confirm that.
Yeah.
War PvP gameplay, I cannot confirm. Someone chat, let us know. McGlauser in chat says new ammo economy looks fun. So
It's definitely gonna change the way you play. Yes, I gotta agree with McGlauser on that.
McGlauser, yeah.
Because now it's like it's a free for all, but now it's kind of like if Dan, Jay, myself, and let's say Glauser, since he's the one that brought this up, we're all on a 4-man team, right? And
Right.
Jay, you're the best sniper.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna pick up that sniper ammo.
Mhm.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I'm hurting my team by picking that up. I'd rather you have it, and then we go around and call. Hopefully we can get some call outs going and say, hey, he's down in the shop. Which did you guys notice that underneath the radar it tells you where you are?
Yes! Call-outs
That-
are going to be easy.
Badass. I can't tell you how many times I got into an argument with a fire team member because they're like, "Oh, he's at the table. He's at the table. J-Ram, he's at the table. Why didn't you get him? He's on the table." I'm like, "I don't even know what the table is."
We've had an argument like
The
that.
table! You said it!
Yeah.
You set the table! You flatten out the...
Oh my god! Now at least we got
We have
there's
to call
areas
out.
now.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe, are they going to do the same thing that they did this year with Trials, which is highlight the enemy target that killed you so you can do the call-outs? Or are they getting away, or are they moving away from that? Because 2 reasons. My first reason, now you know where you're standing. All right. And number 2, you can hear footsteps from what I understand.
I don't know.
I remember seeing on Twitter that someone said that they are changing Trials a lot. Like there'll be a new game mode and things like that. So about the highlighting enemy, I could see that being maybe taken away, but it would. I don't know on that one, yeah. But in Countdown, were you able to still see who killed you?
I didn't even notice that.
I don't think. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Huh. Well, I gotta go do some research tonight. Alright, so patrols are coming back. The worlds are larger. We have 4 new planets. We have the European Dead Zone. We have a planet. Do we have the Titan and the other 2 planets? My god. Is it pronounced Io? Io? Dan, is it Io?
Io, yeah.
Io, and then the other one is it's on the tip of my tongue. Nescence.
Nethys?
That's actually a real
Nescence?
place. I saw someone did research on that. It's actually a planet. Well, it's actually an asteroid all the way out by Pluto. It's pretty cool. At least.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
made up planet. Yeah.
It's one of the extrasolar bodies.
Now, which planet or by which space is it that is like all water and you're like on a oil rig? It looks like an oil rig. I call it an oil rig.
that's
It's like
Io,
all water.
right?
Is it Io?
Isn't that strike you're talking about? Where it's excavating the earth?
No.
No,
Oh, no,
there's
you're
a
right. With
planet.
a humongous waterfall.
Yeah, where
it's
it's all...
water and you're in
liquid
like a
magma.
rig.
That
looks
badass.
awesome. That looks so awesome. I cannot wait to
Yes.
get inside that world.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to look it up.
Nessus.
Okay. So
Nessus is the one that where Cade's going to be at, basically.
that's right. Yeah. So all the not all the NPCs. So the Vanguard, they're all gonna like split up. So Zavala is going to. Does anyone know? Is it
I think
Titan?
he's going to be on...
It would be funny if he goes to Titan. Sorry, I had a moment.
I think.
Is he going to Titan?
I think he is. I think he is.
And Ikora's going to Io?
Mm-hmm. Titan is the water world.
Mhm.
Titan is the water world. Ikora goes to Io. Nessus is the water world? Did you say Rathos?
Alright.
Oh, no. Chat is very, very intense about this right now.
Yeah, okay.
I know. God forbid we get something wrong.
I know, God forbid. Wow, thanks, guys.
Here, I got it. Commander Zavala, the Titan Vanguard, travels to the moon to recuperate after the Cabal attack on Earth. Then he goes to...
I haven't, yeah. Wow.
Then he goes to, whatever.
Ikora,
the one you just said.
Ikora retreats to Io, the moon of Jupiter.
Cade 6 goes to Nessus.
Yep, which is a Vex. It's controlled by the Vex, but occupied by the Cabal. That's going to be awesome. So Vex are going to be in the game, guys. We saw Fallen in the game. That's going to be awesome.
Did you guys see how detailed the Vex look now?
Yeah.
They actually, Molly, my wife and I, we watched Alien right before the podcast. And they kind of look like the alien from Aliens. It was badass looking. They're so more detailed. I can't wait to shoot one of those assholes right in that little white dot.
That's what you do when you leave behind last-gen consoles.
So, Sparrows are returning. Yay. It looks like we will be able to drive a tank. That tank gameplay looked pretty cool. I hope we're able to drive a tank. Please, Bungie, let us drive a tank.
I think we'll be able to.
We're getting new emotes. We're getting a new orbit UI. That new orbit UI looks beautiful, by the way. I like the way it looks. And now, in order to travel between destinations, all you have to do is pull out your ghost, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. You don't have to go back to orbit now and to like leave. Hawthorne, we finally got. Well, we're able to meet Hawthorne. She lives at the farm on Earth. The farm is a brand new social space on Earth, which I'm excited to see. Did you guys see that it's able to hold up to 25 people?
No, I didn't see that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's gonna be huge.
It's able to hold up to 25 people, and
is that just that social space, or is that?
It is a social space. Yep, it's a social space. And did you guys see them playing soccer?
Could that also be like the patrol spot too? Like have 25 people in a patrol area?
Well, it said the social. Well, it said farm social. If I have to find the image, and then I'll tweet it to you. Also, did you guys see? It looked like the Cabal will be blowing up our sun. That part right there.
Yeah, man.
Really got me interested.
Wait a second. They're blowing up the sun?
Yes.
Doesn't that wipe out humanity on Earth?
That wipes out every
European dead zone then.
I feel like we're going to travel solar systems. I feel like.
But if the sun's not there, then European dead zone is dead.
Correct. Did you not see that part in the trailer?
But there are missions on Earth.
Oh, I'm done with you.
Look, man.
Listen, I don't make the game, but it looks like
every awesome thing has a plot where you blow up the sun. Destiny 2 confirmed to be awesome just from that plot point alone.
Yeah. It was like this machine pointing to the sun, and then it exploded. And then it moved on to the next screen.
You sure what? Okay.
Rewatch it.
I'm gonna have to.
Well, so here's the thing.
Because my thing, if the European dead zone is a social is a patrol area, correct? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then how? If they blow up the sun, then how can you have a patrol area?
What if that's inside the Traveler? Have you guys thought about that?
Hold on.
Okay, go.
I got a thing.
All right.
So much like we saw Zavala and his story prior to where we are even now in Destiny. I have a feeling like they're trying to get you more in touch with the Vanguard, with the people that that are supporting you in this entire thing. Wouldn't that also be like a great way to tell a story about the enemy that you're facing? My guess is that would also be like a prequel type thing for Destiny 2 rather than just like straight up a sun.
I don't know. I would say Did they blow up a sun? Sure. Did they blow up the sun that we use to live?
Not ours.
No, they didn't blow up our sun.
No.
I mean, think about it. It doesn't make any sense. If they blow up the sun, then there's no European dead zone.
Okay. Watch the gameplay trailer right now. Start at
Jay.
2:27. I understand. But we're speculating here, man.
This isn't speculation. This is an idiotic argument right now. I love you to death. You know this. But if the sun blows up, then there's nobody left on Earth. Everything dies, which means...
Look, man.
What if it's not our sun?
Destiny
That's what
3.
I just said. It's a sun, but not the sun.
Looks like a sun. Okay.
No. There's a big difference there.
I know.
Destiny 3 confirmed. You're the only character, and it's a walking game on a different planet.
Ever. Yeah, no, you can't say the sun, because I instantly thought the sun that, we have. To me, that's all. So maybe it's my fault for the miscommunication or the misunderstanding on my end, and I'll own that. But don't tell me it blows up the sun.
Do you need a coloring book?
Oh my god.
I absolutely love our chat. As soon as we get into like a nice debate, everyone's like, oh, triggered. It's like, you haven't seen Triggered ever in your life.
No man's son. No man's son.
You've never seen Triggered, obviously. Millennials.
Oh my god.
The tilt is real.
Yeah, mommy, he said I didn't do good.
Oh my god. Hey, he's a professor, guys. He's a professor.
Yes, I am.
They exploded our sun.
Even McLauser. I hope, at least I'm taking this completely out of context, because all I saw was his one comment. He goes, no, I can relate too. And I'm assuming he's talking about me.
Oh my god.
Next topic, please.
I don't even know where. Okay, let's go back, guys. The beta is coming out. Okay, boom. We forgot to ask DaddyPhatSnaps this question, but I'll tweet at him later. So, J-Ram, do you mind if I change my answer as to when the beta's coming out?
No, it's set in stone, dude.
Okay, fine. Don't change.
We don't know if you got inside information. You ain't changing shit.
All right. Do not write it down, but in my head, I'm changing it. Okay, so. I feel like it's coming out on July 7th, okay? July 7th. I'm calling it right now, okay?
Ninja with no L guessed that. Finally, we got a real-life emotion out of Jay.
Anyway.
Yeah, Ninja with no L, okay. July 7th.
I think he's right, because there was a screenshot. I don't think I have it up here on stream. But it said it had two currencies. It had Glimmer and an unknown currency. The unknown currency said 98, all right? And then the Glimmer currency had like 17717 or something like that. So, July 7th, 2017. Oh my God. All right? So now I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Well, don't forget J-Ram, I guess July 14th, which is a week after that.
Well, I hope you are wrong. Okay, I just had to get that out. Ninja with no L, good luck. You probably won the chair and the Dan Goodwill card.
Yep, a Goodwill card for a chair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and July 7th is a Friday, so that sounds real good.
Oh yeah. It is it is Friday. Looking at it right now. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Alright, so, hey, is that Molly?
Yes, that was Molly. She's guessing July 11th because the server reset and all that stuff for this game and all the games come out on July 11th. However, my beautiful wife, that's been transitioning to Fridays now.
Oh, but even like with new game material, anytime you get new releases, music books, or
right, but I'm telling you, it's transitioning now to Fridays.
Maybe she should speak on the mic.
Yeah.
You want to speak on the mic?
I'm
she doesn't want to be on the mic, but she'll rip up the mic.
I'm like, try to listen.
And Destiny Tracker, everyone.
This is like
yeah.
So I just think it's probably going to be maybe on a Tuesday. I'll vote for a Tuesday. So I say the 11th because 7-Eleven. Why not?
Yeah.
She likes that store.
No, I don't.
All
right.
So yeah, I'm excited for this beta. I'm so happy for everyone that were able to play, but I also am jealous. But damn it, flight tickets have to be so expensive. Ugh. But yeah.
Well, you know when they're not going to be so expensive?
When?
When that sun blows up. Just like the pimp in chat says, can you trust a calendar if the sun gets blown up?
Yeah, dude. Mayans were wrong then. How are they going to be able to tell time? They can't.
Oh my god, guys. I'm fried for the day, I think. I think.
Yeah. All right, let's
That's the
keep
best
it going. But I think we might get him a bit more triggered. Sorry, J-Ram, I didn't mean to say that. I do want to talk about the 30 frames per second and no dedicated servers. I do want to talk about that now, because that's a serious issue in the community right now. A lot of people are upset that Destiny 2 will run at 30 FPS on console and uncapped at 60 on PC. Now, before I open up the floor to you guys, I will say that the PC release is not confirmed for September 8th. It's going to come out sometime after. Some people were saying around Christmas time. I say at least October, November. I don't feel like Christmas time is far away. Like, that's already expansion 1 coming out. So that's my thoughts on that. So J-Ram, you first. How do you feel about the no dedicated servers and the 30 frames on console?
Considering that I am mostly PvE, the dedicated server thing for me personally is not that big of a deal. I do know in the PvP community that's like a standard, especially for competitive play. So for me, that's it's not that big of a deal. Would I like to have seen dedicated servers for tighter connections and everything? Obviously, yes. Especially when there's times where you're trying to down Crota. And everything, all the Gallahorns hit him. You see all the Wolfpack rounds hit him, but he doesn't go down. And then you look at the connections, and one guy's red bar and everybody else is yellow.
And then a knight teleports in front of you and totally wrecks your shit.
Yeah, so I don't know if the dedicated servers is as much of a PvE problem when compared to a PvP problem. So I'm fine with it. Now, as far as the 30 versus 60 frames per second thing, I was bummed. I don't want to say disappointed, and I don't want to say angry, but I was bummed because every awesome first-person shooter game out there, Call of Duty, Overwatch, I can't think of any other ones right now because I don't really play that much other than Destiny. It takes up my life. But they're all 60 frames per second. And I understand why they said, Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy with the interview. What was it again, Dan? IGN? It
was on Fireteam Chat with IGN.
It was on Fireteam Chat, which is if you guys want to watch the video, make sure you go to DanFinity's Twitter because he did post a video link. And if you fast forward to about an hour and 6 minutes into the video, they flat out said our game will not run on a PlayStation 4.
I think they also released the full 45-minute interview as well.
Yeah, they did. But they flat out said our game will not run on a PS4 Pro. And then one of the interviewers
at 60 FPS.
What did I say?
It would not run on a PS4
you said it would not run. I'm like, what?
No. Yeah. At 60 frames per second. I forgot that. That's a crucial part. But then one of the interviewers said, "What about a Scorpio?" And they didn't even comment on it. It was unbelievable how fast they wanted to change that.
They probably couldn't.
I don't think they can talk about
No,
that.
I bet you it could. But since PlayStation has the exclusivity, they said, no, you can't make that game look better on Xbox if we gave you all this money for the exclusive content. And that's why it's locked at 30 frames per second.
Now, I agree with you, but I don't think they can comment on that now because, what is it? Microsoft has not released any new info about the Scorpio until June 11th is their E3 press conference.
Well, that's exactly what Mark Noseworthy said. He goes, "We cannot comment on Xbox yet."
Yeah, they can't comment on that yet.
They also possibly couldn't contractually, because if you notice, there was no Xboxes there.
Nothing there
at all.
Yeah,
at the event.
it was all PlayStation.
And when Activision came out and spoke, when the weird ass dude from Activision came out and spoke, it was just like, "Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?"
That's
Yeah,
the
he looks
CEO.
from a distance.
CEO.
From a
That's
distance,
fine.
he looked like
That's
really
fine.
young, and then when the camera zoomed in, you're like, "Oh my god, he's much older than what he looks."
Eric. Oh my gosh.
I am completely fine with saying what I just said. But when he came out, he was saying, "Hey, look, we want to thank our partners at PlayStation. They're like they made a huge show of that, and like they also thanked Blizzard, which I think was one of the most interesting things. But yeah,
I don't mean.
It's-
Oh, sorry.
I think that contractually they were probably only allowed to talk about PlayStation that day. Otherwise, I think they would have discussed and had Xboxes on hand.
Well, do you guys know who Major Nelson is? He's one of the
Yes.
top guys at Xbox.
He was there.
He was there, and he was playing Destiny 2 on an Xbox controller. I don't know if he had it hooked up to a PS4 or a PC, but he was
Probably a
using
PC.
it. Was
He had
using
it
an
jacked
Xbox,
into his neck, directly
Oh my
into the
God.
back.
So there were Xbox people there. So
Of course.
I guess that's another reason why they can't really like comment on it. But of course they're under NDA. So
Right.
but yeah, I don't think it's gonna run 60 frames on Scorpio. And if it does, that's whew.
Well, no. Luke Smith came out flat. Regardless of resolution, it's going to be 30 frames per second.
Okay,
What I'm
he did say
saying
that.
is, and this is the complete speculation, tinfoil hat. The Scorpio would be able to do it 60 frames per second. However, because PlayStation has the exclusivity, they're locking it at 30. Like PlayStation saying, lock it at 30. We know our system can't handle it, and we may think that their system can. However, we're giving you all this money, cap it at 30.
Oh, man.
It's all about the money.
That-
but that's
Of course,
like,
it's always about the money.
that hurts.
I don't know. That's
to
a little
players.
spin-foily for me.
Come on, think about
my
it,
guess-
Dan.
No,
The
I don't
Scorpio
know.
is I mean, it's going to be head and shoulders above the PlayStation 4 Pro.
It is.
The Scorpio is going to have a video card in it that is comparable to I think a 1080.
Okay.
It's going to be crazy powerful, and a 1080 is going to be able to play 1080. It'll be able to play Destiny 2 1080p 60 frames per second.
Okay.
It's gonna happen, and the Scorpio is right up there with it. So if PlayStation's throwing the money, why are you gonna let somebody else? Why are you gonna let the same video game company develop the same game, but it look better on another console?
Mhm.
See that we're comparing consoles here. We're not comparing like
Yeah.
PC. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I understand.
It's
I understand.
It's a really shitty thing for the consumer. It sucks for us. But you know, and PlayStation flat out knows our PlayStation 4 Pro cannot handle this. But if the PlayStation 4 Pro had the same internal components as the Scorpio, maybe it could.
Yeah.
That would be
Let's
would
see.
be an interesting debate to happen. We were not going to know anything about that until
Luke
months
Smith
from now
says
when the game
something.
comes out, and because there's going to be
Yeah.
somebody out there like Digital Foundry that does all the Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4 comparisons. You know, one of those people are going to be like, this Scorpio could have done, 1080p 60 frames per second. And if that's the case, J Ram's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you would be right.
He should have been a lawyer. He should have been a lawyer.
He should be a game developer. I'm telling this man, a popular job at Bungie.
No way, dude.
Man, move across the country. Go. I will
Oh,
send in your resume for you.
I love what I do now.
I'm kidding, man. But yeah, I do agree with you. I believe that the Scorpio may be able to handle it. The PS4 Pro is really not that powerful as everyone like. It is super powerful. It is, but I think the Scorpio is going to be outstanding. I am a little bummed that Destiny 2 is running at 30 frames on these consoles, and we don't have. So we can't even say that last gen is holding us back anymore.
Right,
like,
consoles
that
are-
argument. That
That was
argument's
our big
gone.
argument. That was
Like-
one of our biggest arguments. We were like, "Oh, last
it's
gen's holding us
last
back from
gen,
60
yeah.
frames per second."
Yeah, like we cannot say that anymore. Dan, wait, what's funny? I want to laugh.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I think I know. Okay. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, let's move on. Let's dive more into the PvP. We said this before. Ammo drops for one-shot weapons include the shoddy sniper. New grenade launcher will be for one player only, not the whole team. Ammo timer is not like too long as it is now. Maps now have name of key locations popped up on screen when you are close. This helps you get a map knowledge and awareness. The new HUD at the top shows life and super status of all players. And of course, we said this earlier that the strikers is now a roaming super, so you could just smash everywhere. SMGs are shorter range than ARs, but very bursty. The strike was better than D1 vanilla strikes in terms of design, on par with most recent ones. And also, I'm reading directly from the Reddit post. If you're tuning in live, you can do the command sources in chat, and of course I will leave the links in the description. Alright, so also confirmed that Solar Warlock class has built with AOL, so meaning also it's I guess I can compare this to Soldier 76 in Overwatch, how you could throw it down and you get a healing perk. Would that be a good comparison?
Guess that would be okay.
Heard some people were saying that lasts for like a really long time, like it lasts for a while.
The Soldier 76 one or the Warlocks?
the one for the Warlock one, like that lasts for a long time. So yeah, I am super excited for this game. But again, I will say this, as I said earlier, I do feel like everything that we've seen already, it does not feel like a sequel. It feels like Destiny 1.5, at least for us console players. And there's a new,
I don't know.
like just for everything that we've seen so far, Dan, it still runs at the same frame rate. No dedicated servers. Like Luke Smith even confirmed that this game will not have dedicated servers, but yes, anything can change. Yes, this game, like, we saw one build of the game, so this game can change in the next 3 months or so. So I have not played the game yet, but as of everything that I've seen, it feels like Destiny 1.5. I've seen people on Twitter, I don't know if they were doing it just for attention, but they were canceling their pre-orders because they said it does not feel like a proper sequel. So yeah, that's my opinion. I'm still gonna play. I'm still super excited for it, but it feels like an expansion so far as everything that I've seen. J-Ram, you can take it off.
I think as far as graphic fidelity, you know, and that's incorporating the 30 frames per second and all that, I feel like it's going to be Destiny 1.5. It is like I said, look and all that, and I mean, it just looked so much better than D1. If it was 60 frames per second, then I'd give it the D2 tag. I think as far as story, cutscenes, open worldness, hopefully there's a quest line and everything associated with that. You know, the way that the maps are laid out, the way that you can instantly just pull your ghost out and go to a different part of the map or the world in general, I think that's D2. So I really want, like I said, I really wanted to see 60 frames per second, and that's basically really what I was gunning for, with 60 frames. That's really what I wanted to see. Everything else to me seems like like a step up, definitely a step in the right direction. I hope the campaign is longer than the campaign was for D1. It looks like it's going to be, but obviously we can't make that decision.
Right.
Or we can't comment on that, you know, until we actually play it. But it just seems like there's going to be so much more to do and everything. But just because there's more to do doesn't make it better. I don't want it watered down. Assassin's Creed is a huge offender of this, where you got to climb a tower, and then all of a sudden, when you climb this tower and you unlock everything, it's just a bunch of nothing. Like the quests or the little side quests and everything they're not intuitive. You know, it's basically follow somebody and listen to them. I don't want to see that for this game. I want to do things that are meaningful.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's not. You know what I mean? Just because there's more doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better.
Right. Well, so I'm in agreement with Z in chat where she's like, but there's a whole new campaign. For me, a full sequel is that there's a new campaign. It looks and feels different, and it like we'll have it for a while. Like when it comes to D2, like with I see Taken King as kind of 1.5. I see that as the demarcation of where it was like, okay, this changes the game fundamentally from where it was prior. And then D2 just improves on that. It goes that extra yard to finish that out. I don't think, like, for me, fidelity, that doesn't really change much for me. It's going to feel like Destiny. I'm still going to have fun. I'm going to have a blast playing it and streaming it here. But, like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's I think I don't know. I think all the 1.5 talk is kind of bummery.
But
Sorry.
we're only saying that because, like, if vanilla Destiny was not so, I don't want to say poop, but poop, I think our perspective on this game would be different. Because, like you said, you called the Taken King 1.5. We shouldn't really have to do that. Like, as an expansion, like, right? Like, that game, like, the D1 should not have been poop. Okay?
Yeah.
So I think that's why our perspective on this game is the way it is.
Well, one thing we're going to learn is this.
Okay.
Come September 8th, when we put that disc in, we're going to see if Bungie learned from their mistakes or not.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be the judge of that. That decision is in our hands.
You vote with your dollar on that.
Absolutely. You know? So we're going to see if they learn from their mistakes. One thing I noticed, there's still, pull out your ghost and scan this. That's D1. I don't want that anymore. To me, that is not engaging whatsoever. To me, pulling out the ghost is an opportunity for me to go downstairs and grab something to drink real fast. Like, give me meaningful things. That's all I want. Something meaningful. Let me know that I am making a change. I'm figuring things out within this world that you've created, that you want me as a player to explore and to invest in. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think we'll have that, especially with anything that Luke Smith touches. Like, he's gonna hide some shit in there.
I love that guy.
He's a great guy.
If I ever seen him on the streets, I would go, here is $5 for you to buy a beer whenever you want to on me. I love his brutal honesty. That is what scares people. Oh, he's lit, he's triggered, blah. I mean, he when in that interview, if you guys happen to watch that video off of DanFinity's Twitter, he flat out said it will not run our game. Sorry, it's not going to do it. And I love the brutal honesty. Whether you like it, Oh, I'm sorry, Dan.
Out of the corner of his eye the entire time. I think, like, during that interview, I've only seen the 5-minute version. I've yet to watch the 45-minute version of that interview from Fireteam Chat. But he's looking over, I think, at somebody who's like, yeah, you can talk about this for a minute.
They ask a question, and the guy's like this.
Yeah.
We're like this.
Like, Mark Noseworthy is doing, like, a really good job of hitting the talking points. Like, clearly doing the marketing stuff. And, like, but you can tell that Luke Smith is just like, I want to say something here. Is it okay? You kind of know what I want to say. Okay, I can say it. And then he says it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of his bosses were there. Like, Jason Jones. It was nice to see Jason Jones again. I'm like, he is alive! He's still at Bungie! We haven't seen that man in years.
We have gone like an hour and a half. We've gone an hour and a half and not talked about the clan bit.
We will in a second.
Dan, come on. I was going to tell you that. I was going to hand it over to you, but thanks. You ruined my segue. Dan,
I'm sorry. I'm so excited about that bit.
To end this off tonight, you could talk about your clans, Dan.
Okay. Dude, the clans are going to be in the game. That blows my mind. I want it needed it for a long time. The functionality looks great. I'm really excited for seasons. What the hell are those? Like,
so, do you mind explaining to us what they're changing about the clans in game, about guided games and all that?
Yeah. So they're adding clans back into the game so that you can easily find your roster. They've even added a function where you can see, instead of it being like friends only or invite only, you can make it clan and friends, like for the fire team and everything. They've updated it so that if you're looking for a game, which will make JRAM and I's job much easier when it comes to streaming here on DTR, they've made guided games. So you can set up a game and people can come and join you based on the activity that you're doing. And that's due to adding matchmaking into the game for almost all of the activities. No sun, no seasons. But
I don't think JRAM heard that.
No, I did. It's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, the guided games, man, that really has me excited. The fact that anybody could join or accept your clan invite from in-game is astounding. Like, I'm just a huge fan of that aspect. It's something that needed to happen for a long time. And yeah, I'm floored. My clan is stretched out over 3, so there's almost 300 of us.
Jeez.
And yeah, man, it's a bunch of dads. It's a heaping bunch of dads. So hopefully we can get them all under one roof.
I think you will be able to. I think in that same interview, they said your clan will get at least the number that you have right now in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are 300, when the game releases, you're going to have all those people in that clan still.
But Bungie does this thing where they cap you at 100 per clan. So right now, there's 3 separate clans.
Okay.
Like High Command Family, High Command 1, and High Command Mark 2. And
Yeah.
so those, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I also want to see what that Seasons does and how they integrate what activities give your clan points for the season thing, because it looks like you can, like, in a certain season your clan can gain points, and I don't know if that'll be like experience buffs or if that'll be something where you can gain points by hosting guided games or more points for guided games. I don't know, but that looks interesting as all hell.
I would love to see them add faction wars into the game. I really hope that's coming.
Yeah, they didn't say anything about factions at all.
Mm-mm.
Iron Banner?
I don't know if that's returning.
We're already Iron Lords.
Like, what happened
Yeah.
to Lord Saladin? Like the Cabal are here. Do you guys think he died? No.
He did.
He did. I want to know his Lysander. Oh, like, where is he? Should be in there. So,
Sanders, the guy that was shrouded in shadow, sniping from the bell tower.
So what are some last? So we have all summer. Okay, we have all summer to discuss and learn more about this game. What are some questions you guys hope they answer? That's when I end off the show.
I want to know if that rumored cross save is legit.
Okay, I think we should learn about that at E3.
Yeah, because when that leaked, that image or whatever, all the things that were listed on there, 100% nailed it, except that cross save thing. So I'm really interested in that. I don't think I have any other questions, that I want answered, because I don't want to know too much about the game. I still want to be surprised and all that good stuff.
All right. For features wise, I want to learn how they're going to deal with cheaters on the PC side, because Blizzard is not controlling those servers. Bungie is. And Bungie's a bit soft on trolls and cheaters. So I'm really curious as how they're going to handle the cheaters on PC and even on console. So, and I have a question as to where the competitive scene is going to go. Is it going to stay on PS4 or is it going to shift onto PC? I'm curious to see that also.
I have I don't know. I have a feeling that it's going to be you're probably going to see competitive shift more towards the computer side would be my guess. But the majority of the community is already on PS4, so it's really what you're doing is you're saying, do I want it to look beautiful or do I want to play with my friends? When making the decision on D2 this time around. And if you can do both, more power to you. But I really want to know more about that Blizzard deal, because it's like I think they're definitely like making a run at Steam by having D2 on there. It's the only non-Blizzard game that they're going to have on their storefront. It's also like, and Activision owns that as well, so I see that as like having all of that under one roof, and not having to pay like an extra fee for like having it on Steam or something along those lines. But I would be really interested in what Blizzard has to offer, just from that, like what else they have to offer other than just cutting out the third party.
I think we need to talk to Dr. Lupo about that, because I know in his Twitter feed he was super pumped about the PC version. Like, I don't even think he may go PlayStation 4. I think he's going all PC.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, based off of the people that we've had on the show previously, he might be a good place to start. That's your job, Jay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get in contact with them.
We should get him and Professor Broman on the same one, because they were both. Professor Broman was talking about going to
I cannot
PC
comment on
exclusive.
Professor Broman, but I am working something out. I
Okay.
don't want to give any news today, but yeah.
It would be nice to hear from somebody who knows about this stuff.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to
Yeah.
stupid jabronis out there in La La Land.
Us.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, I love getting into argument, like debates with people, and they have like no sources or anything, and it's
Yeah.
like, this is the way I feel and it should be true. No, that's so what? What's this? Do other people think of like you out there? If so, let's quote them.
Yeah, man.
That's why tonight I got my boy Jason Schreier in my back pocket.
Damn it! I had my notes today. And I left them at work. I'm an idiot. I had references. I had all these like mixed and I had like, I was like trying to go up against Captain Kex for how interesting a chart I can make. It was a whole thing.
Bring
Alright,
it next week.
Yes,
I'm
bring it next week.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about D2 when Pubin comes back.
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw that out.
I can't
Hopefully the sun
confirm.
doesn't blow up before that happens.
Oh
Though.
my god.
No,
Oh my god.
the sun.
Blow up the sun.
The
Oh
sun.
my gosh. Well, I can confirm that Duba will be on next week, which I'm super
Yay!
excited for. Duba will be back. I'm excited, and it's his birthday weekend, so we have to have something for him.
Oh, dude,
Okay.
let's sing him happy birthday. Dan's a singer.
Yeah. Okay.
I could do that.
All right.
I could do that.
We can work that out, right? All right. So
We'll try to work it out.
last question of the night. I promise you guys a food question. So
Okay.
I know J-Ram, you really like buffalo wings, but why? Because I'm going to a wings place next week, and I really don't like. Yes, I like all types of wings.
I don't know.
But, like, I don't know what type of wings to get.
Maybe it's that like barbaric side in me coming out. Like
Okay.
my wife, she won't even sit in the same room with me when I eat them because she says it's disgusting. Yeah, like I'll stick them, like I put like the wing in my mouth and I'll just pull it out. And I love spicy food, so it's like, and I love eating with my hands. It's very, I don't know, man. Yeah. I freaking love buffalo wings, though. Hot wings. I got Chipotle sitting right next to me right now, and I cannot wait until the podcast. Oh yeah, okay. Molly went out for me, and she got it. It surprised me. I was so excited. Like I cannot wait.
What did you get? Yeah.
She gets me the same thing, which is white rice.
Okay.
And then I get chicken and steak.
Oh my man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's expensive. Ooh. Dude,
you save up a little bit. That's all. But anyways, let me get back to it. White rice, black beans, but she switched the beans up on me tonight, and they're really good.
Okay.
Chicken steak, sour cream, mild sauce, the green sauce, cheese, and corn. And then I will put Frank's Red Hot when I get home.
So green sauce.
Frank's is a good sauce.
So by green sauce, you mean avocados?
No, it's the green salsa. It's like that verde stuff. I don't know. Listen, I'm a white guy from Western PA. I don't know the technical names for this shit. I go, give me the red and then the green. And they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right.
But I think it's verde.
Yeah. Okay. So where are you going for hot wings?
Okay. Sadly, I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, good. Okay. Hot sauce with Parmesan garlic. Done.
Okay. All right.
Dan, what do you think?
I haven't been to a Buffalo Wild Wings in I think 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Oh no, dude, my linear algebra course. They took their final last week, and we all pitched in and bought wings, and that's exactly what we got. Mild for the wimps, and then hot sauce and Parmesan garlic.
You gotta go hot, man. You gotta go for the fire. Go for the fire shit.
The fire. I like that.
Look how serious Dan looks.
I know, right?
Get yourself some ranch, some blue cheese, however you feel.
Blue cheese, yeah.
But dude, go for that fire shit. You're gonna feel happy. Your sinuses are going to be dripping and cleaned out. You're gonna have a great time if you just go with the hottest shit that you can find.
Also, the Asian, I think it's called Asian zing sauce. That shit's good too, dude.
It is. All right.
What you do is get the boneless wings, okay, and get all the sauces you want on the side. That way you can control how much sauce to chicken ratio you have, and you can try different things. And I think if you ask for just a little sample, they're not going to charge you for it. Just use
mango habanero.
Use that Jay McBoy charm.
All right. Yeah. The show's done. All right.
Just go up and be like, "Hey, I'm Jay. Feed me wings," and they will bring them out on a platter.
You're at DTR.
They'll just bring them out on a platter like this. All the wings you could ever want. I'm looking at this wing menu right now.
All right.
Because I haven't been prepared.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for listening to the 30th episode of the DTR Podcast. I've been doing this for 30 weeks. We've been doing this for 30 weeks. Dan, you've been here for about 15 weeks, right? Is
15 weeks?
10, 15? You've been here for a while. You've been here since February. Yeah.
Yeah.
For a while. Yeah.
So hold on, before we wrap this up.
Okay.
Boneless or traditional?
Boneless. I could just put it in my mouth. Just shove it in my mouth. Yeah.
You like chicken nuggets, man? Dude, you gotta get a bone.
Bone.
I agree with Dan. I agree with Dan. The bone tastes better.
Okay.
However, the boneless, you can control the amount of sauce on it.
And you can just put it in your mouth and just eat it.
Right.
You don't have to take it out.
But bone and wing, dude, way better.
Stop.
Bone in.
Okay.
Bone in.
Bone in. All right, guys.
Bone in.
Dude, I'm looking at their sauce
with all the carcasses. You just put them in there, and then you have them take that away like a royal king.
Yeah, you throw it at them. It'll make you more barbaric.
Don't put it on the throat. Dyslexic Pimp in chat says mango habanero, and I'm gonna tend to agree.
Yeah, that looks really good. Feel the burn. Savor the sweet.
We're doing this right now.
That's what it says.
Right.
Feel the burn.
Now
Savor the sweet.
the podcast. Now let's
where are we? All right, so Dan, where can we find you on social media?
Wait a second. Why are you going to Buffalo Wild Wings? Is this a date?
No.
You got a date.
It's me. It's me.
By yourself?
I'm lonely.
I do. No, dude, you're not lonely. Listen. Before we do Dan stuff, there is a huge difference between being alone and lonely. Being alone means that you're comfortable being alone. You can do whatever you want. You can go do your thing. You can watch a movie by yourself. Lonely is when you're moping around, and that's when, if someone's lonely, you gotta help them out because there's something happening.
Oh, you're such a professor.
Well, no, it's because I think about what the hell words mean.
Yeah,
you know, like
alone.
Remember, we had the argument with great. Everyone says things are great. Well, what's better than great then?
You know what,
anyway,
J-Ram? Inside
Dan,
joke.
where can we find you?
But GG. GG.
Well, right now, you can find me right here, finding out all about J McBois, Hot Wing.
Oh my god.
I love it.
But any other day of the week, you can find me on my personal Twitch channel, DanFinity. You can find me here on Destiny Tracker from Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Sunday mornings, 7:30 to 11. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 10. I'm usually running raids or just hanging out. With you. I enjoy that too. You can find me on Twitter at DanFinitwitch. And I changed my Xbox tag again for the Xbox I don't have yet to DanFinity space XB. Just trying to keep it all the same. Anyways, I love you guys.
Yes, you have Xbox
J-Ram.
Live, but does not have an Xbox.
Yes,
J-Ram, where can we
Where
find
can
you?
find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at J_Rambo9119. I do raid helps on Wednesday. I realize the time I do it, I usually start around 8 o'clock. Not a lot of people are on yet. So make sure if you guys want to raid, you gotta let me know so I can get these raid teams going. But
Dude.
come Destiny 2, I'm not gonna have to worry about that as much anymore.
Nah, bruh.
And I think I can speak on behalf of the co-host when I say that I can't believe we're at episode 30 already. And this would not be possible if it wasn't for the people in chat and the people that subscribe to us and everything. So I want to make sure that you guys know that we think about you every single week. And I know sometimes I may get a little heated or triggered, if you will. But that's only because I care about what I do and what we do and what this game is so passionately. So, like I said, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody involved in this.
Yes.
It's so exciting that D2 is right around the corner for us, you know. And I'm gonna have to cancel my classes, I think, on Tuesday and Wednesday, because I am gonna play all day long. I might even play in the shower.
I think that violates some sort of Twitch
Not
thing.
if I aim the camera correctly. Anyways, Jay, where can we find you?
I just want to comment on what you said, J-Ram. I do want to say thank you guys no, not that comment, the other comment. Thank you guys for listening to us every single week. Like, behind my screen, all I see is numbers all day. But when you guys actually DM me and tweet at me telling me that you guys love the show, that really means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So just thank you guys so much. And thank you to everyone that went to the event on Thursday asking about me and telling Zor that you guys love the show. Just thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to me.
You can also find Jay at a Buffalo Wild Wings in New York City sometime in the next 2 weeks.
Times Square on Tuesday. So,
yeah, go buy that man a beer.
Alright guys, so you guys can find me on Twitch. Find us at Destiny Tracker on twitch.tv/DestinyTrack. We finally hit 2.5k followers, so thank you to our amazing Twitch team. You guys can follow us on YouTube subscribe to us on YouTube actually at Destiny Tracker. You guys can follow me on Twitter at J_DTR and Destiny Tracker on Twitter at Destiny Track. So thank you guys so much for listening to the 30th episode of the DTR Podcast. We will be back next week with Duba Plays Games. I'm super excited. Alright guys, so I will see you guys later.
Bye.
Adios.